Hi, my name is Chris and this is Battle Nonsense. The topic of this video is if Electronic Arts is really trying to sell us Battlefield 4 weapons in Battlefield Hardline for an additional $10 or euros. Because when you look at the Origin store, then you see two different versions of Hardline there that you can pre-order. One is the Standard Edition and the other one is the Digital Deluxe Edition. Now, what is the difference between these two? When you look at this list here, then you would guess that the Standard Edition includes both the Versatile Battle Pack and the 3 Gold Battle Packs. But when we look at the details of the Versatile Battle Pack, then we will find out that you only get that for the Standard Edition if you pre-order it. If you buy the Standard Edition of Hardline after it got released, then you will not get this Battle Pack. If you want to receive the Versatile Battle Pack after Hardline got released, then you need to buy the Deluxe Edition. The 3 Gold Battle Packs are not tied to the pre-ordering of the game. You will get these also when you buy the Standard Edition after the game has been released. And if you buy the Deluxe Edition, then you will get 10 of these Battle Packs. If the contents of these 7 additional Battle Packs is actually useful and worth the money that you have to spend on the Deluxe Edition is a different question, because you don't know what will be inside these when you open them. Now let's go back to the Versatility Battle Pack. The description talks about a highly versatile assault rifle, XP boost, and a unique weapon skin for all my weapons. When we now look at the image GameStop has on its website, then it starts to become clear that what is actually inside the Versatility Battle Pack is the ACWR, which we know from Battlefield 4. Next is the Precision Battle Pack, where the description says, "You want accuracy, we will give you accuracy. Load up with this assault rifle and you will have a hard time missing your target. On top of that, you will get an XP boost and a unique camo skin for your weapons." When we look at the GameStop website again, then we can clearly see that this assault rifle is the L85A2 from Battlefield 4, which is a favorite of a lot of players, myself included. And the last one is the Suppression Battle Pack. Never run out of ammo again. Okay, we exaggerated. But this assault rifle does have the largest magazine capacity, plus an XP boost and a unique camo skin for all your weapons. For this one we do not have an image from GameSpot, but when we take a look at the game files of the last beta client, then we will find out that the ACE-23 and the CAR-556 both have a magazine capacity of 41. So if I would have to guess, then I would bet that the ACE-23 is included in this battle pack. So, if you pre-order the Standard Edition of Battlefield Hardline for the PC in the Origin store, then you get the Versatility Battle Pack, which includes the ACWR. If you pre-order the game from GameStop, then it looks like you will get the Versatility and the Precision Battle Packs. But only if you buy the Deluxe Edition of the game, then you will get the Precision, the Versatility and the Suppression Battle Packs. And the Deluxe Edition costs $10 or euros more than the Standard Edition. Today the official Battlefield Twitter account wrote that these weapons will be exclusive to those who bought the Deluxe Edition of Battlefield Hardline. There's currently no information available that indicates that this exclusivity ends after some time, which would make it a timed exclusive. So right now it looks like the only way to get all 3 weapons is to buy the Deluxe Edition, and if you don't, then you will not be able to get them. This reminds me about the Battlefield 3 Physical Warfare pack, which at first appeared to provide exclusive weapons just to those who received it as a bonus for the version of the game they bought or pre-ordered. Eventually it turned out to be a timed exclusive, so that after a few months everyone did get access to these weapons. Yet there was a huge outcry from the community when this bonus was first announced, because just like with Hardline, there was also no information that this is a timed exclusive, and it took DICE and EA quite some time to come forward and explain that at some point after the release, everyone will have access to the weapons of the Physical Warfare pack. And they also tried to make clear that it was planned as a timed exclusive from the start. However, I never quite believed them that this was the plan, because if that would have been the case, then they could have said so from the beginning, and it would not have taken them so long to come forward and explain that it is just a timed exclusive. I think that EA was forced to make it one, because of the extremely negative feedback they got from the community. But we will never find out what was going on back then. And we also don't know what is going on right now with these bonuses for Hardline, because no one is willing to tell us if these are timed exclusives or not. Now a few players say that this is pay to win, and while I can understand that this looks and feels similar to the pay to win practice of the free to play games, you just have to take a look at the weapon stats of these guns, which we can because the files were present in the beta client. And then it is clear that these are not much more powerful than the other guns that we have in the game. So this isn't pay to win. It looks and feels more like a try-hard attempt of Electronic Arts to increase the pre-order numbers and the day one sales. Because especially the L85A2 is one of the players' favorites in Battlefield 4. And I've seen a lot of players say that they now feel forced to buy the deluxe edition of Hardline, as they love that gun so much. And I can understand that. I really love the SCAR and the G36C. I use these in every game that has them included, no matter how good or bad these are, because I simply like these guns. So I can understand why getting access to the L85A2 is an incentive for some players to pay $10 or euros extra for the deluxe edition, because they fear that if they don't, then they will never be able to play with that gun. And this is what I have quite a big problem with, because the L85A2, the ACWR and the ACE-23 in Battlefield Hardline are exactly the same weapon models that we have in Battlefield 4. The only difference is that they changed the textures and the animations, and these guns were included in the beta already, and YouTubers that were invited to play the game at Visceral have said that they used these guns there. If these weapons are a permanent exclusive of the Deluxe Edition, and there is absolutely no indication that they are not, then this is a despicable business practice, as this is just meant to increase the sales, because this existing content has been cut out of the game and locked behind a gate that you can only open by paying more money, or paying early. This is definitely not how you earn the trust and respect from the community, which should be the biggest concern for EA and the studios working on the Battlefield franchise. If you really have to turn these copy-paste Battlefield 4 weapons into a pre-order and deluxe edition bonus, then the time that these are exclusive must be limited, just like with the Battlefield 3 Physical Warfare pack. And Electronic Arts, if this was once again the plan from the start, then you have to clearly communicate that to the consumers. Because as I said, I've already seen players write posts and comments that they are about to buy the deluxe edition just because they fear that if they don't, then they will not be able to play with these guns. On top of that, I would also make these weapons available to everyone who bought Battlefield 4, so that this becomes a bonus for the players who decide to also give Hardline a shot. I'm really not against the idea of offering deluxe, ultra and super awesome editions of a game in addition to the standard version. But as soon as you start to not include things like weapons in the standard edition, then this simply goes too far, because it feels like the standard version is incomplete. If you want to add more value to these special editions of the game, then include the soundtrack, a making of, digital artbooks and stuff like that. But do not remove content from the standard version of the game and lock it up in the special editions, especially if it is just a copy of what was used in a previous game of the franchise. And I want to make clear that I don't blame Visceral here, because that kind of business decision is usually done by the publisher. And when it comes to communication and transparency, then Electronic Arts has a pretty bad track record. They are not transparent about the contents of these battle packs, as there is no info on the official site. You have to go to the GameStop site to find out what is included. And they are also not transparent if these weapons will be a timed exclusive or permanently restricted to those who pre-order the game or buy the deluxe edition. This business decision will clearly not help Battlefield Hardline, which already has problems to win over the Battlefield community. So let me know in the comments or the topic on Reddit that I linked to in the description what you think about these exclusive weapons. And let me also know what you think about the lack of transparency from Electronic Arts. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a like, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, have a nice day and take care. My name is Chris and this was Battle Nonsense.